many cases even lip syncing their audio, but then when he posts the video, he would go out of his way to make sure that it doesn't post to the original creator's audio. So he would be mouthing words that somebody else is speaking, but when you click on the audio on his TikTok, it just takes you to a sound that he owns, and he's the only person who has made a TikTok with that sound. So yeah, I don't think it's really the same as just like hopping on a trend that everybody else is doing. It seems pretty malicious, right? TikTok makes it so easy to use a popular sound and credit the person who made the sound. All you have to do on TikTok is click use this sound, and then you post it, and everything's taken care of for you. It could not be easier to steal content ethically. But for whatever reason, this dude is going out of his way to... I don't even know how he's doing it. He like saves the video privately and then re-upload it, making it look like he's using his own sound, which is pretty trippy in a lot of cases because like you click on one of his videos and because it's his sound, you just think that that's his voice and he's not even lip syncing. But then you click on a different TikTok and he has a different voice, but it's still his sound.
Joshua! Do you want to form an alliance? Mr. Where, Mr. 305, darling.
So I feel like maybe a lot of people think that he's got like really good voice acting abilities or something because he just has like a million different voices, which I guess probably helps contribute to his actor persona.
I'm an actor.
We'll get to that later. I know I keep cutting to that actor clip. We'll get to that in a little bit. That's part of the good stuff. So yeah, Joey Bailey, who has had his content stolen from New Main before, posts this video with all these side-by-sides. And then a few weeks later, he posts a video on YouTube and another one on TikTok outlining what happened next. I would recommend you go watch it for yourself if you want to, because he outlines the whole situation and he's actually pretty funny. But apparently New Main reached out to him privately because of this video. And when I first heard how New Main reached out to him, I think I lost my mind.
That's exactly what he said.
All right, now listen, bro. You can kindly take it down and we can just be chilling. I cut out. Yeah, you can kindly take it down and we can just, you know, be cool and move on from all this shit. Or you can just leave it up and have a lot of enemies from here on out.
He's like a supervillain. I honestly have to give him credit.
No. I get so much secondhand embarrassment from listening to those voice memos.
I cut out.
Just the fact that he accidentally sent his voice memo before it was done. I don't think anything takes the power away from what you're saying quite like having technical difficulties in the middle of trying to threaten somebody. Listen, bitch. I don't know where you get off thinking you can just go around talking shit about me behind my back. But I swear to God, if I ever see you in public, I'm gonna pummel your stupid little face into the dirt.
Hello?
Hello?
What?
Can you
I think I lost you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. Sorry, I have really bad service at my house. My dog's getting attacked by a coyote right now. What were you saying?
Can you, wait, hello?
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 I'm gonna pummel your
Honey,
face.
did you pay the phone bill? It's not working.
I'm gonna
The
kick
dog
your
is
ass,
on
alright?
death's
I'll just
door.
text you.
Can you text me?
I'll text you.
Okay, bye.
Okay? I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch. Now I don't have service? How? It's just such a weird threat, too. You're gonna have a lot of enemies after this? Like, who's gonna be on your side? I just don't understand where that threat is coming from. What is he gonna do? I mean, like, I guess he has a lot of followers, but what is he gonna do? Post a TikTok being like, hey guys, for those of you who don't know, I've been stealing this guy's content a bunch lately, and he has the gall to call me out for it. I swear to God, you guys gotta go harass this chump or something. Like, you can't really sick your followers on him without also mentioning why he's upset in the first place. Although, since he does consider himself quite the actor, I wouldn't be surprised if the many enemies that New Main was talking about are just different New Main characters. Which, you know what, actually reminds me. I've been seeing a lot of comments on my videos lately saying that Greg isn't the fastest growing army on the internet. Which, honestly, that's fine, dude. Keep on saying that, see what happens. Just keep on talking that shit. Just know that it's gonna make you a lot of enemies, buddy. I work at a gas station. One of my favorite details about these voice memos is something that I don't think I've seen anybody talk about before, but it's so funny to me. What is this click sound?
Yeah, you can kindly take it down and we can just, you know, be cool and move on from all this shit. Or you can just leave it up and have a lot of enemies from here on out.
What is he doing right there? Right before he says,
You can have a lot of enemies.
because in my head, he's trying to sound like really tough. I almost feel like he's like putting on a voice. He's like,
Why don't you say that to my face? You can have a lot of enemies from here on out. You better just let me steal your content forever.
and I know this is kind of a bold assumption, but I can't help but picture him like sitting at his desk in like a full suit. He's got like 3 computer screens in front of him with pictures of Joey all over. And right as he's about to say, you're gonna have a lot of enemies, he like flips open a pocket knife.
Or you can just leave it up and have a lot of enemies from here on out.
The thing is, in the grand scheme of things, like what New Main did isn't even that horrendous. Like, sure, it's a shitty thing to do. He should be crediting people if he's stealing their content. If Newman had just ignored this and just like let it be and just let people talk their shit and forget about it, he would probably still have a ton of people on his side. A lot of people on TikTok just don't care about copied content, so like they'd probably be on Newman's side and be like, why are you being such a baby about copied content? Granted, if I was in Joey's situation, I would be upset as he is. I still think it's a shitty thing for him to do. I just feel like there are people that would have agreed with him if he just ignored this whole situation. But the way he like doubled down and then tried to turn into some, like, mob boss, like the Godfather of TikTok or something? It's just, I don't know why he would do that. Maybe he's working on a new character or something. He's working on a new mob boss character. Apparently he sent Joey another message after that saying he was also going to sue him for a false accusation lawsuit, which I don't think is a type of lawsuit. I think you could say like libel or maybe defamation. Like if you're lying about someone and it's ruining their career, then you have a case. But from what it sounds, I mean, like there's video evidence. I don't think he's lying about the copied content. So I don't really think he's telling the truth. I think, in all honesty, I think he might have been pulling a classic reviewing his legal options slapped by legal type scenario. Which honestly, I respect the hustle. Know your rights. Go off, King. I mean, this is not within your rights. You are in the wrong here, but you should know them. You should know your rights. And now the infamous live stream. So I believe Newman went live on TikTok and people started asking him about all of these like voice memos and this false accusation lawsuit. The best clip I've been able to find of this is this girl's TikTok, which now has 900,000 likes.
This is what happens when views and followers gets to your head. This makes me sick.
It's not who made it first, it's who does it better. Who gives a fuck about some little copy content? Like, I'm an actor, I'm not a writer, I'm not a fucking storyteller. You give me a script, I will fucking nail that shit. But I'm not gonna think of it, no. But I'm gonna make yours better. Or make yours, you know what I mean, good. Like, your shit is probably not as good, and that's why it's not performing well.
Dude, what? That's gotta be the weirdest explanation I've ever heard. He's an actor.
I'm not gonna think of it, no.
First off, he started saying like, I'll take your video and I'll make it better.
Or make yours, you know what I mean, good. Like, your shit is probably not as good.
And then for some reason, like, retracted that and was like, actually, I'll make it good. It wasn't even good in the first place. Which is such a weird thing to say, but also, why are you stealing content that you don't think was good in the first place? And I'm sure this is very obvious by now, but even if he was an actor, this is not something that actors do. Saying you're an actor is not a valid excuse for stealing someone's content and passing it off as your own. Yes, actors often recite lines that they didn't write, but that's because they were hired by the person who did write them to recite them. Can you imagine if one day Tom Cruise just came out with his own Avengers? He was like, yeah, I really like the Avengers movie, and so I wanted to make my own. So I stole the script, I spent hundreds of millions of my own dollars, and I produced a Avengers movie. Starring me. I didn't change any of the lines, I played all the parts, and now I made the Avengers. And when people confront him about it, he's just like, what? That's what I do. I'm an actor. I take movies that already exist and millions of people already love, and I make the exact same thing. How hard is that to understand? That's what actors do. What? Or what? Or what? Do you think Mark Hamill wrote Star Wars? No, that's not how that works. Mark Hamill didn't write Star Wars, but he also didn't fund it. And he also never claimed to write Star Wars. In your version of the Avengers movie, you're listed as the writer in the credits. You think actors just write their own movies? Oh, let me guess. You also think Seth Rogen wrote Pineapple Express, huh? Okay, that's actually probably the worst example you could have picked, because Seth Rogen did write Pineapple Express. Okay, man. What? What? Did he really write Pineapple Express? I know I haven't shown too many of Newman's TikToks so far, so you might not even have a good idea of how good of an actor he is, but why don't we take a brief moment now to take a look at his acting portfolio. Let's see the types of characters he plays, the types of scripts he chooses, but in a way to save time, I actually figured out that I can play a bunch of them at the same time, because they sort of line up and you can just watch all of them at the same time. It's kind of a weird coincidence, but I'll just play it now.
Okay, I can take you there.
Man. This guy's got range.
You give me a script, I will fucking nail that shit.
Yep, guys, he's an actor. Like, you know how John Hamm is in a lot of movies and TV shows, but like 3/4 of the movies and TV shows he's in have the exact same script, but just some of the character names are swapped out? Yeah, that's pretty much what actors do. Anyway, that's pretty much the end of the entire controversy. I haven't seen really anything happen since then. He is still copying other people's TikToks, but now he is crediting people at least, which you might not realize at first if you look at his TikToks. I mean, he is using the correct sound now on TikTok, but his captions still don't mention the person who